call for the unity and the redemption of the African world.
Salute them honorable Marcus.
We were not ready to listen then.
They might not have been ready then.
And wonder whether we are ready.
Ain't no doubt about it.
To listen.
We ready, baby.
Now.
Let's go. Yeah.
Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
Black fist to the sky, breaking side to side.
The flag fly high.
Come on.
Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
R.B.G's on the rise, all eyes are recognized.
Flag fly high.
Hold it high. Let it fly. Represent us forever, mommy would never die. Overnighted, the throne ready, let's take a ride. X-Walk, bitch, men don't choose a side. This is the bad for the warriors. Seldom travel, yet still vainglorious. Black power represent us. Do we go rolling with Africa or against us?
Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
Black fist to the sky, breaking side to side.
The flag fly high. Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
R.B.G's on the rise, all eyes are recognized.
Flag fly high.
The red is for the blood. I got the best stock, the rest should. The black is for the guys melanating and elevating, holding the main charge. The green is for the cradle. Africa, everything first, the earth's navel. It's actually seen, put it together as a symbol of liberation. That's how we get the letters R.B.G.
Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
Black fist to the sky, breaking side to side.
It's the flag fly high. Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
R.B.G's on the rise, all eyes are recognized.
Flag fly high.
The blind minds is 99. People on it in no time. I was drab on my design. We roll ready. Hard line. Ain't no game for that red flame. Trip stage of that black bang. Revolution in my veins. If we free, I won't change. And you can count on that like an advocate. Celebrate the victories and the challenges. It's deeper than social media statuses. This lifestyle, elevation building practices. Yeah.
Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
Black fist to the sky, breaking side to side.
It's the flag fly high. Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
R.B.G's on the rise.
Flag fly high.
Red, black, green, R.B.G, I'm about that red, black, green, that R.B.G, I'm about that red, that black, that green, R.B.G, I'm about that red, black, green, that R.B.G, baby, R.B.G, baby.
Fly high, my flag fly high, my flag fly high.
Shout out to all my R.B.Gs worldwide. Doing this thing garbage style. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Flag fly high, my flag fly high.
Come on.
Flag fly high.
All right. Hold up, family. This is your R.B.G brother, Guy Hollywood Jr. coming to you with another exclusive program. Got my brother, another R.B.G brother. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, peace, bro.
Go ahead, my brother.
Man. Yes, sir. You know, definitely, bro. R.B.G for life, man. Red, black, and green. And, I come amongst the people today, just to continue to carry the torch and the legacy, that was lit, by great freedom fighters, our great African freedom fighters, man. Because if you rewind the hands of time back 1,000 years, man, just look, man, we had great civilizations, man, prior to European invasion and colonization, man. We lived great as a people. So whenever the roll call is sent out to me that I have to come represent the R.B.G. for one of my brothers, man, I'm here, and I'm just waiting for this. I know it's this beautiful presentation that you about to lay out, bro. You feel me? Yes,
Definitely,
sir.
definitely.
R.B.G. for life. Let's go.
R.B.G. forever. That's good. Let's go. All right. So, of course, I'm going to screen share this real quick, get the people attention. Okay. The name of this program, False Flagging R.B.Gs and Their Misrepresentation of the Pan-African Flag. The reason why I was inspired to do this program, because there's a lot of false flagger R.B.Gs out there, and there's just messing up the message of what the flag represent and what Garvey was trying to represent. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta tell you something that really disappointed me. Now I want to apologize to the people, because I know I kept postponing this program. I was gonna do it. I was gonna do this program Wednesday, but YouTube was down. Something was going on with YouTube. YouTube was down. I couldn't do anything, and I had to postpone it. Then I proposed it to Thursday, but at that point I was tired, coming from work and all that stuff. So I said, you know what, Saturday I'm going to just do it. So I want to apologize to my viewers. I was a little disappointed. The reason why inspired me to do this program, because as you can see, I did the program about the Angry Viking, and I invited this sister who was on my program, and I let her know in advance that I was going to do the program, right? Let her know in advance, emailed her, say, yo, we're going to do blah, blah, blah. She was down with it. Now, when I invite somebody on my program, I expect them to engage into the discussion until the program is done, right? I expect them to engage into the discussion. So when I did a little warm up, and I was talking about the election, because I never got a chance to tell my views about the election. And then I had said something about Kamala Harris. And I said, well, Kamala Harris she was East Indian. She's claiming East Indian. So while I was talking, the sister cut me off. And like I said, I'm not gonna mention her name. The sister cut me off, and she told me, oh, well, she has African origin. And and my whole thing is like, I'm like, well, she never claimed her African side. She never claimed her African side. She's always claiming, and with the media's claim, that she's East Indian. Right? So, because somebody, I think it was McKim, asked a question about, what is your thoughts about the meme that was going around of comparing Kamala Harris to Ruby Bridges, right? And she was the young girl that was escorted into, I guess, an all-white public school because it was convenient. And so I said, well, to me, it was, it was insulting. Me and Craig was like, me and CJ, we was like, yo, it's insulting. And she was the only one who was like, well, I didn't find nothing wrong with it. I don't find nothing wrong with it. Now again, she's supposed to be representing the R.B.G. So, and then for some apparent reason, when I got into my main program, she decided, she talked about it. She heard Angry Viking talk his little rhetoric. So I asked her, what she thought, and she said, a little bit, about it or whatever. And then all of a sudden she kind of said, "Oh well, I gotta run and do this, blah blah blah. But I might come back on, blah blah blah." And she jumps off the panel. And then after I did my program, I noticed she did a live, and then she decided to do a rebuttal of what I said about Kamala Harris. And I thought that was kind of rude. I thought that was kind of disrespectful, kind of rude, because you didn't want to go after the enemy that was talking about your militia, so you decide to run off. So I thought that was kind of messed up. So, she could have just hit me up, and she could have said, "Look, let's, she could have emailed me. She had my email address, and she could have just said, "Look, why don't you let's have a discussion about Kamala Harris or whatever." She's not a child. She could hit me up. So I didn't like that. So I'm gonna show you the meme. Let me get out of here. I hope the service holds up, man, because over here is kind of my service kind of weak. So let me screen share this. Oh, sorry. So let me screen share this.
Yeah, bro, you should be in your room. I mean, up in the living room, you said.
Huh?
No, I was
Robin?
saying, you said something about your connection. How many bars you got?
Shit, I'm on one bar.
Man.
You find it going on your end?
Well, everything seems good up to this. Everything seems good up to this point, but I don't want to make sure. I hear a little bit of problems as far as like with the microphone. So I don't know if you, because remember, we were talking and you was telling me as far as like when you get your best connection would be like up in your living room.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, because right now the living room's kind of occupied.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So far it's holding up, but I can hear you pretty good. So
yes,
if it's any, like I said, if I have to do this live stream over again, I'll just have to do it over again.
Yes,
so far it's holding up pretty good. This is not what I want to show. Oh, this is what I want to show.
Peace to Sister Erica.
Hold up, Sister Erica. Why my shit's not holding up? This is not what I go. Hold on. I'm sorry. This is not what I want to show. Give me 1 second. Okay. No, I think this was, this one right here. Now, this was, I think McKim was asking a question, and I guess whoever put this meme up, peace KW Don. Kamala Harris is not a black woman. She is a racial thing is, what's going on?
Yeah, racial chameleon for political exit. Expendency.
What you saying? Something's wrong with my connection.
No, I was just saying. I was just reading his message. He said, "Kamala
Okay.
Harris is not black. She is a racial chameleon. You know, a chameleon, man. You know,
Okay.
one of those lizards and stuff for political expediency. If I cannot convince you of
Give me
that,
one.
maybe
Okay, here we go.
consequences will."
Yeah, this connection is bad, man. Okay. So yeah, he says a racial champion for the political uh if I cannot convince you of maybe. Yeah, I mean she's definitely not black. KW is very hard for black people to accept that. I agree. But this is what the meme kept going around trying to compare. Now, to me, I find it disrespectful because Kamala Harris, she hasn't been through anything. She hasn't been through anything. So I find this very insulting, right? So that's the reason why. But the sister who was on my panel, she didn't find nothing wrong with it. She didn't find nothing wrong with it. So thought that was kind of weird. But I'm gonna just say what I need to say, and I'm gonna let my brother take over. But yeah, so anybody don't know who she is, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna show her because Ruby Bridges, she's in her 60s now. She looks great for her age. But let me get out of here. Let me show you Ruby Bridges. Let me show how she is, how she look now. Now this is her. This is Ruby Bridges. Now, I don't know if anybody know the story about about the situation. And it was about her father. He didn't like the fact that he had to take his daughter to travel all the way across town because during that time it was very segregated. And of course, he was tired of taking her to school all the way across town to an all-black school where there was a school that was right around the corner where he lived at, but it was only convenient for white folks. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, he took it to court, but he's figured, look, if I'm paying, because it's supposed to be a public school, right? So he's looking at it like, well, since I'm paying my taxes, then right? So that's why he did. He said, no, I'm gonna try to fight this so I can so I don't have to go all the way across town and take her to an all-black school where there's a school right next to me. And that's the thing, that everything was always convenient for white folks. You know what I'm saying? It's always convenient. Everything is convenient for them. They're always making life hard for us. You know what I mean? So here's a little girl that, I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine being being in her shoes like that as a young age like that, where she was being escorted to an all-white school, and you have all these white people lined up, calling her the N-word, throwing stuff at her, calling her all types of animal names. And then when she get into the classroom, you see these white parents pulling their kids out the classroom. You know what I mean? I can't imagine that, yo. I can't imagine that being a young girl, and experiencing like that, man. That got to be frightening. You know what I mean? I know as a parent, I can't put my daughter through that. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't put my daughter through that. I would just have to just bite my tongue and just take her across town or whatever until she's old enough to you know, to go to school for herself. But I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I can't put my daughter through that. What is your thoughts, CJ?
Well, first off, man, no, I find it very disrespectful when you showed that picture of Kamala Harris, like acting as if, I mean, her shadow, like she walks in it. You know what I mean? When Kamala Harris walks, her shadow is Ruby Bridges. I mean, Ruby Bridges, like you were saying, bro. Man, I just can't imagine have to, grow up in the Jim Crow area, segregation, and all that type of stuff. Man, Kamala Harris, first of all, is a mulatto. And I'm not saying because we as black people come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, but the majority of us, when you see all these different colors, it had a lot to do with slave rape. But you can't compare what happened to a lot of us with slave rape to some of these Negroes that, these mulattoes who have white mothers, because their coon fathers and coon mothers, man, they willingly laid down and made a mulatto baby. Now, when we talk about, somebody like Malcolm X, Shabazz, or, his mother was the product of rape. The product of rape. I mean, shit. Malcolm X's grandmother was raped by the Ku Klux Klan. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to just get these mulattoes here in 2020 to understand is the fact that you can't, first of all, if you don't have two black parents, you ain't black. You ain't black if you don't have two black parents. But
Right.
not
Right.
only that, there's a difference between these modern day mulattoes. They have these cool Uncle Tom sellout house Negro fathers and mothers, man, that are willingly procreating with the goddamn white man. You cannot compare that to what happened on the with slave rape. Slave rape was a whole lot different. So what I'm saying, it's just right off the bat, man, it's so disrespectful for Kamala Harris to try to compare herself to Ruby Bridges. Like, from what I heard, Kamala Harris labeled herself as being what, Indian?
Right.
She was she never classified herself as being black, a black woman.
Exactly.
Like, so why is she trying to? She's an opportunist. That's what I got. When the winner of the election was announced, man, they start talking about like all these civil rights. Like, to me, Joe Biden does not signify civil rights. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, that's a whole different discussion right there. But I'm just saying, bro, when Joe Biden won, when they first announced it, man, they went talking back about the civil rights movement. They try to act like Joe Biden symbolized civil rights for black people, like Joe Biden was the white Dr. King or something. Man, come on, man. And we already know how we conspired with Bill Clinton for the crime bill, and he told black people, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black. But I ain't vote for Joe Biden.
You're right.
But black people are stuck, drunk off the Kool-Aid of white supremacy and white white saviorship. So, but man, it just really hurts, bro. Just looking Kamala Harris trying to compare herself to a Ruby Bridges, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you take over, bro.
It's very good. Yeah, it's very disrespectful. And then, I was watching the sister's program, and she was like, well, like you said, and like Sister Erica said, she said she only used the black for her convenience, just to get the black votes. And now, after she got the black votes, now she can go back to be a red woman again. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's very, like, she never said anything about her African origin. She never said it. And it doesn't matter what she claiming. She's still a sellout either way, because she didn't marry nobody that represent what she's claiming of either ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? She married a European. So she's still a sellout regardless. So I'm listening to this sister's program, and she's trying to rebuttal everything I said. And she could have respectfully have me on her panel, or we could have scheduled it to talk about it further on my panel. But she says something about, well, it doesn't matter about what, it doesn't matter of her ethnicity. It's all about what is about her policies and what she's going to do and all this other stuff, which I already showed when I did the Angry Viking program. I already showed Biden, show him what he was going to do in 100 days. Okay, and guess what? We're not on his agenda. So I already showed that. So she's not going to do nothing, even though Kamala Harris says she claimed that she's for reparations, but she has no plan. So yeah, she might say that she's for it, but that don't mean she's going to do anything. And if that was the case, then we would have been on the top list on Biden's agenda. Okay, this is the same woman who was a prosecutor that locked a lot of our people up. The majority of our people are in prisons, and even to this day, we still make up the majority in these prison systems. Okay? Read some of your comments. Yeah, we don't know why they keep labeling her black. So let me screen share this real quick, because the media, and even in India, they're claiming that she's Indian, right? Because India, they over there celebrating. So let's see. So let me screen share this. Let me get out of here. So I wanted to show, because I hope the sister's watching, because let me screen share. Let me see. I think this is it. Yes. So as you can see, what it says Kamala Harris, the first Indian origin woman vice president of the U.S. Right? This is the news article, the article in India, right? And yes, they'll say, Harris scripted history by becoming the first woman black. Now, let me tell you this. I don't know what black is. I don't know what that means. Black. What does that mean? Because remember CJ, remember the Moors, no, I'm gonna say the Moors, the Aboriginals, they said the original Indians were black.
Bruh, let me just throw this in here real quick.
Sure,
black is not married to white. Black is not married to an oppressor. You feel me? So I'm just going, so she definitely ain't black, bruh. You feel me?
Right. But the thing is, anybody can be black nowadays. It's so misused. It's to the point that they said Bill Clinton was black. They said Barack Obama was black. Everybody's black. You know what I'm saying? Remember Isaiah, who I don't know if you know Isaiah from, he'd be on Cool Cutter show. He said that he said Christopher Columbus was black. Everybody's
Abraham
black.
Lincoln was black.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln was black. So everybody's black. So it's like, it's bullshit. So black doesn't mean anything. When you say you're African, that holds a lot of weight. That holds a lot of weight. So yeah, you have a lot of Indians that can pass for black or look black, but that don't mean they're black. They consider themselves red. They red people. So like I said, that black is just trying to brainwash us once again. And we look at her, oh, she's a black woman. No, she's not. So I don't know what that word is. That is so disrespectful because our people come from somewhere. We come from Africa. We're African people. We're not just black in America. You know, I'm not going to let people disrespect us like that. Because if you're going to say she's Indian, then you're going to prefer to us as black. I mean, I'm sorry, you're going to prefer to us as African. Okay? Now, when I was continue watching the sister show, she's gonna throw in the whole slavery. Oh, you know, we all mixed up and this and that. And then she's gonna say something about her DNA. Well, you know, I did my DNA test and I found out that I had 92% of African in me, and the rest is European. And then she's gonna say, well, yeah, you know, you got white people, they got some black in them too, but they will say, and that's the problem. That's not Pan-Africanism. Because the problem is, why are you claiming you're rapists? Why are you claiming you're rapists? We the only people that claim our rapists, that claim our oppressor. I never heard show me one white nationalist. Show me one white nationalist or white extreme nationalist that's claiming that they got 8% African in them. Show me one. You won't find one. But we the only people that embrace the oppressor. Marcus Garvey said we should not even embrace that. We should not even claim that. Marcus Garvey believed a pure black race. So if you even if that's true, eventually if you keep connecting to your race and mating with your and connecting with your race, that white blood is going to eventually wipe out. That's science. It's going to eventually wipe out. But she had to put that in her program, which to me is silly, and that's not R.B.G. And I think in what I think, she's fake flag, and she's false flagging the flag. She's false flagging the flag, and I think she's a false flagger. That's just me.
Yes, sir.
Because yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna keep it 100. I'm not putting the sister down, but I just think that if you're claiming you're supposed to be representing R.B.G. colors, and then you're accepting the oppressor,
man,
you accepting his blood.
Man,
Nah,
slave
man.
rape
What's
blood,
your thoughts
bro.
on that, brother? Go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead, brother.
man, I mean, here's the thing. You know, Brother Malcolm was once asked this. And, you know, Brother Malcolm was a very light-skinned brother. And he said that he would never, ever claim any type of slave rape. And I feel the same. You know what I'm saying? Because when I look back, I found out, you know, I did my own DNA. And I found that, you know, I was telling you about this. The majority of my DNA cesspool is from Nigeria. I have Nigerian in me. I have Nigerian is
DJ, you breaking
number
up.
one. Oh, can you hear me, bro? Can you hear me? Yo, guy.
Breaking up. Now,
Oh, yeah,
hold
guy.
on.
Okay, yeah,
Just
you
keep
were starting
talking.
to
Keep
freeze
talking. Go
for.
ahead.
Yeah, you were
Yeah, I
starting
hear
to
you.
freeze
Go ahead.
for.
Keep talking. Go ahead.
But okay.
Go ahead.
All right, let me repeat that. I did my DNA, and I found out that the majority of my DNA makeup is from Nigerian. And I have a little
Okay.
bit. I have some
That's what's up.
Angolan. I got some Angolan in me. I got some Senegambian in me, and I was told that I am a descendant of what do they call it? African hunter gatherer. So man, I've been doing nothing but research as much as I could do. But here's the thing, you know, like Brother Malcolm said, bro, it's like, man, there is no way. Like, man, I mean, damn it. I mean, man, excuse, pardon my French, but it's just the fact that, man, why would I ever claim slave rape blood, bruh? Why would I
Mm-hmm.
ever claim that? I wouldn't claim, even
Exactly.
if I had 1%. I wouldn't claim not 1% because we know how it happened. More than likely, we got the British and the Portuguese, and what I'm saying, we already know about the invasions. The British invasion into Nigeria, the Portuguese invasion into Angola. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, why would I ever claim something like that? But this woman, Kamala Harris, labels herself the first Indian origin woman vice president of the United States of America. She doesn't have a black lifestyle, just like old
Mm-hmm.
Barry Sorrento, excuse me, doesn't have a black lifestyle. He got a white woman. A white mother. White mother. He was brought up white. It's a little bit different when you have
Mm-hmm.
nothing but black people in your family compared to somebody like Barack Obama, who was brought up white. Went to the best of schools and all of that. But to the sister, man, that tried to speak out against the R.B.G, man. I'm R.B.G for life. You know what I'm saying? I'm hopefully, we could get that sister on to defend herself, bruh. But at this point, I'm just saying, man, we don't accept interracial daters. We don't accept coons, bro, race traders. You know what I'm saying? We are
Mm-hmm.
R.B.G for life,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. But I'll pass the mic to you, bruh.
I agree. So just to show you what she represents, this is her family. This is her family.
Wow. Wow.
That's her husband, and those are her stepkids.
Oh
So you
God.
think she's gonna
Who are
do?
those people, bro? Bro, I'm
That's her
ignorant.
husband right there. That's her husband, and I think those are his kids. So that would be her stepkids.
Whoa. She's not a black woman, bro.
She's not. That's what I'm saying. So why would any black woman taking up for that? And then she gonna claim R.B.G? You're not R.B.G. You're not R.B.G. Her pot. You. She's not gonna do a damn thing. She ain't gonna do nothing for us. So she a sellout either way.
Facts.
She a
Wow.
sellout either way. Yeah.
So
So
that's her husband. Oh, I'm
that's
sorry,
her
bro.
husband. No, go ahead. Go ahead. That's her
No, but
husband.
I'm just, bro, I can't believe, yo, this is Kamala Harris. What everybody's talking about, the first black vice president. For real? She's, man, I don't see there's nothing black in that picture, bro. Nothing black. What's black in
There you
that
go.
picture, bro? She
There
the
you
same
go.
color as the man. Oh, bro, man, I have to stop, bro. You gotta explain this, because man, you exposing the truth today, bro. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just saying. Why is black people celebrating when the whole news came out that Biden won? You know, it was a whole celebration. Oh, da, 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 wow! And then you got all these black women. Oh, black people. Oh, the first black woman. Da da da. And I'm like, wait a minute. She's doesn't matter what ethnicity she's claiming. She's still a sellout because she look at who she's married to. She belongs to them. She belongs to them, not to us. So she's not going to do nothing to us, nothing for us. So what's the celebration about? They happy because she's married to a white man? And these supposed to be pro-blacks. So let me read some of these comments real quick.
Whoa.
Let me read some of these comments real quick.
This is hurtful, bro.
Yeah,
Kamala
it's very
Harris is
disappointing.
not a black woman, bro. Everything that she surrounds herself with is white. She's not a
Yeah.
black woman, bro.
Let me read
Hell
some
no,
of
this is a
these comments.
disrespect to Marcus Garvey and the Universal Negro Improvement
Oh
Association.
hell yeah. And I'm gonna get deep into that. I'm
Yes,
gonna get deep
sir.
into that. KW Don 7 said Biden wants to give 11 million illegal aliens amnesty, which will push Africans in America into sixth-class citizenship. That's true. That's true. That's all he talks about is these illegal immigrants, and not only, and it's people that don't look like us. And see, one thing people got to understand that we are the most disrespected race. And I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna get into this because this is gonna be deep. So I'm reading, but that's true. That's why I said, why y'all celebrating? Why are y'all celebrating? See, these people don't do their research. They just want Trump out. I just want Trump out of there. For what? Now it's going to really bite you in the ass. Erica Howard said those illegals are going to take jobs from. Of course. The unemployment is going to go sky high. At least Trump, the unemployment among African people in America, the unemployment was going down. It was a low.
Yes, sir.
But now it's going to go skyrocket now. Just like under Barack Obama, unemployment among Africans in America is going to hit the roof, 60, almost 70% now.
At least he was trying to build a wall, bro. Trying to keep them
Yeah.
illegal Mexicans the hell up out of here, bro. You feel me?
Oh, this is true right here. KW Johnson said, if the Democrats get control of the Senate, Biden will pass the Equality of Act of AKA the homophile bill. That's true. He's already talking about giving them more rights. And I showed that. Right, Craig, yo, brother, you was on. I showed that when I did the Angry Viking show. I showed it with the.
You're gonna get homosexual rights, and he's gonna make these illegal. The illegal Mexicans, American citizens, bro. And the only thing that I tell these Cubans, these Mexicans, and all these other people that, raft over here or boat over here, it's like we black people, the descendants of slaves, man, African people, we the only ones that didn't ask to come to this country. All these other groups, man, they rode the ferry boat over here, man. You know what I'm saying? They, reached out to America to try to have something greater, but African people didn't ask to be over here. That's why we need reparations, bro. But go ahead, bro.
Yep, that's right. KW Don 7 said black people are celebrating just like when Obama won, because they have not read the Black Bible, aka Destruction of the Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. That is so true. That is so true. Black people need to read more, but they say, if you don't want black people to know something, put it in a book. Put it in a book. Okay, Nubian warrior goddess, CJ, aka the part I have the motherland tattoo on my heart with the R.B.G color. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Peace to Nubian warrior goddess.
Yeah, peace.
That's what's up. All day. All day. R.B.G. Now we're gonna get into the science of it, CJ. Let's get into the science of it. So let me do some more screen share. So let's get into the science of this. Because I'm gonna break this shit down. Now, as you can see, America, look at the American colors. Look at the American colors. The American colors came from the Great British colors, right? Great Britain flag was made in 1707. The United States flag was created or made in 1776. Let me say this again. The Great British flag, the United Kingdom, or whatever you want to call it, was created or made in 1707. United States flag was created or made in 1776. So when white people designed their own flag to represent their independence or whatever the case is, they adopted the colors of where they came from. Let me say this again. When they created the flag, they adopted the colors of where they came from. Right? So this is not our flag. This represents white people's flag. This flag represents white people. That is not our flag. So why are we holding this United States flag? So we're talking about, we talk about reparations, right? We talk about reparations. And I like what Umar Johnson said. I was watching his latest videos. He said, money, it should be the last thing on the list. And I was like, when he said that, I was like, So he went further, CJ. He said, I want all the rights that my people created, all the rights. And everybody know that all the inventions that our people did, they took and they patented. That's what the wealth came from. We're talking about wealth. We're not talking about being rich. We're talking about wealth. Wealth of our people that when we talk about reparations, and just like Umar Johnson said, he said it should take care of the past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. So our people that all did these inventions, they should not die in vain like that. It should represent their families and so on. It should represent their families and so on. So our people have created everything, even when it came down to the damn potato chip. So even when it came down to the damn potato chip, so you got all these potato chip companies. Every potato chip company his family should get a check. His family should get a check. Every should always get a portion. His whole generation, from his great-great-grandkids should get a check. They should never work again. And the funny thing about it with George Krim, that when he made the potato chips, it was by accident. Yo, CJ, did you know the story how the potato chip was made?
You know what? Man, you are educating me right now. I have never heard of George Crumb. I
Oh
did not
yeah,
know that he had lineage to creating the
he invented the potato chip.
Man, keep
And
teaching, brother.
brother, yo, everybody eat potato chips. I mean, globally. So let me tell you a story that I think he was a cook, right? and some white man was upset because the potatoes was too thick. So I guess out of spite, he made the potatoes. He cut them up real thin because I guess he was upset. And then when he served it to the white man again, the white man just kept eating them, and he enjoyed it. He was like, "Damn, this shit tastes good." So that's how the potato chip was made, because he was doing it out of spite. Like he was just like, "Oh, so you want it real thin? All right, fuck it." So he did it real thin, like cut them off real thin. But the white man ended up enjoying it. So that's how the potato chips was made. It was by accident, but he invented the potato chips. But I don't think this man got any royalties off of that, because they patent it, and now Lay's and all these other potato chips. His family should get a royalty. Should get paid for that. That means every company that create potato chips, it should goes to his family first. That's how it works. That's reparations. And we should go to war. We should go to court. We should go to court and fight for these people's inventions. I don't care. We got to go to world court, but that should have been the first thing that we need to do, is fight for our inventions.
Bro, they
So
tried to oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say, bro, I just looked this up, man. They tried to steal everything from us. Bro, I just looked about who invented the potato chips on Google. And we already know, these are white owned websites, man. The Google search engine. They talk about somebody named William Kitchener. But then when I looked up George Crumb, they said he was the inventor of the potato chip, but no, George Crumb, the brother that you just shown, is the inventor of the potato chip. But when you look it up, who invented potato chips, they show some damn European by the name of William Kitchener. So that means that, man, they're trying to steal everything that we create. All of our inventions, bro. They're gonna capitalize off of them and, put white faces as being the, inventors, man. It's a shame though, bro. But I'll keep going, bro.
That's all. They always do that. They always do that, CJ. And we have to restore that. We have to restore that, because that's the reason why we have no wealth. We have no wealth because they took all our inventions. That's the reason why all these white people got got rich. We have to restore that, and that's not fair. We should not be living like this. You know what I'm saying? We should not be struggling. But they took all our invention and got wealthy. They patented. So his family, all his family should get a check. Every company should be paying this man, Lay's or whoever. All these potato companies should be paying his family. His family should be living in a mansion right now. So let's look at the wealth gap. Let's look at the wealth gap. Now look at the wealth gap. Look at the wealth gap. Compare. It says over the past 3 decades, black and white wealth gap has not significantly improved. So look at this, CJ. From 89 all the way to 2016, and this is during Barack Obama. Look at the wealth gap. Okay? Now the green is black people, black folks. The blue is white folks. Look how much white people were making in the blue. We at the bottom. And I remember Brother Bakari saying, well, my brother Bakari said, well, black people got money because look at when Popeye's chicken sandwich came out, black people were still on the line. They spent all this money on Popeye's chicken. But that was only temporary. But we talking about every last, we talking about generational wealth. We're not talking about just temporary money. We talking about generation wealth, man. We should be up here. We should be in the blue, and they should be down here. Right? So this is how they stay in power. Look at this. The recession hit black. Look, when we had the recession, right? During 2007, right? The recession hit black households harder than while the economic recovery overlooked them. So we got hit harder the most. Look at that. We got hit harder the most. Because there's no wealth. We're not talking about just getting rich. We're talking about generational wealth, man. So I'm sorry. So when we talking about, so when we talk about when these billionaires, right? When these wealthy billionaires, when they want to, they hire politicians that look like them. They hire politicians. Let me say this again. They hire politicians like the Bidens. Barack Obama, to me, he's a white man.
Yes, sir.
He's a token. But all those presidents are white. Think about that. All those presidents are selected. And CJ, let me ask you a question. Why do these billionaires that stole our inventions, why do they, just a simple question.
Yeah.
Why do they hire white folks to hire them and finance their campaign? Finance their campaign to do what? To do what?
Man, bro, I really want to touch on something that you just said when you talk about.
But why do they hire them to do what?
Well, repeat the question, bro.
No, these billionaires, they hire these politicians.
Okay, these politicians. Okay.
Okay, they campaign to finance their campaign. Why do they do that? Simple question.
These billionaires to hire. Bro, answer that for me, bro.
To protect their wealth.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay, yeah.
To protect their wealth. So it becomes, now you got to set up politics to protect their wealth.
Man, let me just touch on something real quick before you move too far.
Go ahead.
Because when you're talking about generational wealth, man, and as far as like reparations, man, I just want my people out here to understand how many companies that are still in existence. When we talk about reparations, this is why, I send, much love and respect for my brother Guy when he was bigging up Cynthia McKinney. She was a sister who was running for the Green Party. And she was running, on a ballot, and she fought for reparations. Barack Obama didn't fight for it. Bill Clinton, which Black America claims to be the first Black president. I have a recorded discussion of Bill Clinton talking about he was against reparations, and Hillary Clinton too. We don't see Joe Biden is not standing up for reparations, but when we look at the wealth gap, man, look at these companies. I just want my brothers and sisters out here to understand. Look at these companies. I'm gonna name just a few that are multi-billion-dollar companies still in existence to this day. New York Life, Tiffany and Company, Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers suits, Bank of America. Bank of America found that two of its predecessor banks, Boatman Saving Institution and Southern Bank of St. Louis, had ties to slavery and another predecessor.
Wow.
previously called Bank of Metropolis. They accepted slaves as collateral on loans. USA Today. USA Today reported that its parent company, E.W. Scripps and Garnet, was linked to the slave trade. J.P. Morgan Chase. J.P. You know what I'm saying? Chase Banks. If you ever heard of that. J.P. Morgan Chase reported that between 1831 and 1865, two of its predecessor banks, Citizens Bank and Canal Bank in Louisiana, accepted approximately 13,000 slaves as loan collateral and seized approximately 1,250 slaves when plantations owner defaulted on their loans. So, I mean, for Negroes out here that's talking about, man, we don't deserve reparations as a people, and they wonder, why black people are out here killing each other, selling dope, and what I'm saying, all that. Even though I don't condone any of that type of behavior, the thing is, man, look at the history of white America, and people want to say that there's no such thing as white supremacy, bro. Go ahead, brother guy.
Man, wow. And everything you said was on point. That's true. Morgan Stanley. And that's how all the banks start to come up to protect the wealth. Everything that they stole from us, that's all under, they need people in power, or they put people in power to protect the wealth. That's what, because now they gain their economic wealth. Now they got economic power. Now they need a political power to protect their economic power, right? That's all under the United States flag. The United States flag represents white power. It represents the whitey white, right? Like the moron keeps saying, the blackity black. They represent the whitey white, right? So if you notice, CJ, look at all again, let's look at all the presidents. Look at all the white billionaires. Look at their families. Their families are all white, all conservative. All white, all conservative. Biden, you don't see no LGBT in his family. I'm sorry, LGBTQ in his family. You don't see no interracial relations in his family. So they represent a pure white family under their flag. Remember, they represent a pure white race. This is what they're showing you. All the white presidents that you have seen, from Clinton, Reagan, Trump, they all families are white, and you don't see no LGBTQ in their family, and no interracial relations in their family. But they'll tell you that you're supposed to accept that. This is how they break you. This is how they brainwash you. So so this is how you eliminate the competition. So yeah, they will have all these illegal immigrants. Because remember the immigration law. When they first start the immigration law, the immigration was only for white folks, right? It was only for white folks, so they could keep ties among their people. Look at the Nationalization Act. Read about that. They said only for white immigrants, so they could become citizens and so forth. so they could keep their roots and their history together. But when it came down to us, they didn't want us to have no connection to Africa. So all their race, they're gonna keep white. But then they allow all these illegal immigrants to come over here that don't look like us. They're not gonna move into their homes. They're not gonna move into their neighborhoods. They're gonna push them into our neighborhoods. So now you're gonna see a lot of mixed racing. All the homosexuals, they're gonna push in our neighborhood, and they're gonna use media, because now the media is working with the government, and they're gonna keep saying, "Oh, you can't be homophobic, blah blah blah." But it's okay for them to be homophobic. It's okay for them to keep their race pure. And this is how they stay in power. That's under the United States flag. But when we talk about our banner, our flag represents Africa. If you look at all the flags, a majority of the flags, look at Angola flag. Angola flag got the red and black, right? You got Ethiopia, they got the red, yellow, and green, right? So we taking colors from our homeland. So we want generational wealth. We want our political system to keep our wealth. So when we say we want our race pure, this is what we stand for. Because if it's okay for them to do it, it's okay for us as well. So I'd rather be blackly black. I'd rather keep things black. I want my utopia. We have our own agenda. We have our own agenda. We have our own philosophy. So this color represent our homeland.
Yes, sir.
You don't represent the United States flag. That's for white folks. Because if you look at all the white presidents, you don't see no mixed race. They don't believe in mixed racing. They don't believe in the LGBT. But it's okay they telling you, they lying to you and saying, no, you got to accept it. You can't be hateful. But it's okay for them to reject it because they're not allowing that shit in their family and their race. And this is the reason why they. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say something just briefly, man. You know why? What I don't believe black people, the masses of black people, they don't understand that we've never had a black president. Like we had people that tried to run, like Jesse Jackson in 1984, Shirley Chisholm, and like you were saying, the sister Cynthia McKinney. Barack Obama is not black. Kamala Harris is not black. Neither one of them fight for reparations. We've never had a black president. We've had a mulatto president, a mixed breed president. We never had a a black president, man, that stands for reparations. You know what I'm saying, bro? So, man, black people, man, I don't know, man, we are lost as a people, bro. Because, a lot of us, a lot of black people, black community, man, Bill Clinton was the first black president. And then they go to talk about Barack Obama, even though Barack Obama got up and said that he was against, reparations, man. I got the video that I could play to show black people. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never had a black president ever, bro. Would you agree? Or have we ever had a black president?
No, we never have one, and we never will, because the United States represent a pure right. The United States flag represent a pure white race. And like I said again, the families that you see, look at the Reagan family, look at his wife, look at his kids, look at Bill Clinton's kids, look at Trump's, look at his family. Everybody is white, right? This is what the flag stands for, a pure white race. This is the reason why the Bidens get rich and everybody support themselves. White people protect white people. This is the reason why these white billionaires select presidents. This is the reason why we say these presidents are selected to protect their wealth. This is the reason why we will never have a black president. We have to be in a country, we would have to be in a country or at least select somebody locally that represent this flag and represent our wealth. Try to bring some wealth in so we can or fight for our wealth. Bring these people to the world court and say, look, you patent this do not belong to you. The potato chip do not belong to you. The refrigerator and all this stuff do not belong to you. We have to get our wealth back. Yo, what's up, Cool Carter? What's good? We have to get, this is all about wealth, economic power, and political power. It comes down to it. It comes down to it. And that's what this flag represents. This is not about, and I swear to God, I hate when people, when they pull out this flag, it's always, well, we're going to pull it out when there's some sort of injustice. This flag is not for no LGBT to be walking around. This flag is not for interracial couples. This is for African for Africa. Africans for Africa. I'm sorry, Africa for Africans. This is what this flag for. This is for conservative African people who believes in the black man, black woman, and child, to bring to bring that black wealth and black power and political power and economic power into our race. Just like the United States do for their people. They carried that flag and they adopted the colors from their homeland. We adopted our colors for our homeland. This is what it is. This is what it is. This is not just something that, I'm going to pull it out because somebody in my family got shot by police. No, this is our flag. And you got a lot of fake false flaggers that just use it temporarily because some of our people, just like Umar Johnson said, that they only pull it out or they represent the R.B.G because they have no other options. Or when you poor, that's the reason why you R.B.G now. But when you gain money now, just like some of these fake, like Chief X and all these other clowns, all of a sudden they're not pulling that no more. All of a sudden they red, white, and blue. You look stupid. You look like a bozo. Oh, I'm ADOS, and everybody know ADOS represent the red, white, and blue, not the red, black, and green. So this is not just I'm gonna just use it because I don't have no other option. This is something that our people have died for. Our people have, so we can have our own flag that represent where we come from. The only thing that we need is that wealth. And when we're going to ask for reparations, the first thing we need to do is take these motherfuckers to the world court and expose these motherfuckers so we can tell them, no, you're going to give back our inventions. The proof is there. So they can't deny it. They can't say, oh, that's not true. No, the proof, the evidence is there. No, you're going to give back our people shit so we can have our economic wealth. How are you going to enslave people and then they invent something and then you're gonna patent it, and then you get wealthy, and we in the same fucking boat. And you can look at it on the screen here that there's a huge wealth gap. We fucked. Give me 1 second.
Man, facts, bro.
Okay. Okay, no, I think you and Guy are doing a great job, especially Guy President. Thank you, Cool Cutter. Hotep, brother. Thank you. You want to respond, CJ? What do you think?
Well,
What is your thoughts on what I just said about we need to? Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Well, man, you know, first of all, when you show that flag, I mean, that brings back, I mean, man, oh my God, bro. Like, I could break down in tears about the red, black, and green flag, you know, because it was presented to us by the most honorable Marcus Messiah, you know, Garvey, you know, during a time to where black people didn't have no flag, and, you know, white people were making fun of us, man, as a people, saying that, you know, the Negro, the coon. Everybody has a flag except for the coon. So the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey presented this flag to us. And, you know, when I look at, you know, this sculptures like of Mount Rushmore, I mean, man, it should be our brothers and sisters. Like, to me, my heroes are, you know, Harriet Tubman and, you know, Ida B. Wells, the sister Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King Jr. I'm not looking to no Theodore Roosevelt, no Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, or no damn George Washington is no hero of mine. You know, I visited Mount Rushmore or whatever, but like my brother Guy always says, you know, white people love their murderers. And, you know, just like we was talking about the angry Viking, and I broke it down, you know, with a Viking, you know, a Viking was one that pillaged and raped, you know what I'm saying, the community, including his own women. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got white people to this very day, you know, professing to be savages, and, you know, they're proud of their savages. You know, white people are proud of their savages and their rapists.
Those
They
are their
even
heroes.
name
Yeah,
themselves.
those are their heroes.
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. You know, so it's just, man, the red, black, and green, bro, just really means so much. So people false flagging out here, bro. Like, man, we gonna have to continue to go in on this, man. You got any more screenshots, bro? We got to continue to call these false flaggers out, bro, because the R.B.G is something. This flag, bro, means a lot, bro. And I'd be damned if I allow somebody to misrepresent it, bro. You got any more screen shares, bro, or you was basically done with them?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see what you got.
Okay. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Yeah, I hear you.
DJ.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. You're
So,
breaking up a little bit, but yeah, I hear you now.
the thing is going in and out. Okay. All right. So, second, this thing. This connection is kind of messing things up, and I have a bad connection over this problem. You can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. I hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. 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 So this book right here, this is my Bible. This is my Bible right here. Because you know why? Because it's all that other stuff, that Torah, Holy Bible, That's not tangible. That's fantasy, right?
Okay, my brother Guy Nollywood Jr. man got disconnected, so let's just briefly, give him a moment to try to reconnect because I was very interested in seeing what this Bible, the Black Bible, is because I definitely ain't praising no white God, no blonde hair, blue eyed Jesus. So,
Okay.
brother
You
Guy
can hear me,
Nollywood,
brother?
are you back, bro? Yeah, you're back, bro. You back?
You
Yeah, man. We experiencing technical difficulties for some reason, bro.
Read you something.
If you're
If you can't hear me, just
yeah, you're going in and out, bro. Freezing. Can the chat hear, brother Guy?
yeah. No, this bad internet connection. You can hear me. You hear me fine, right?
Well, let's make sure the chat can hear you, bro. Let's just make sure the chat can hear you because you are going in and out, though.
The chat. Press 1. You can hear me clearly. Press 1. So let me read this real quick. Marcus Garvey said he talked about the shallow-minded Negro, right? He said the illustrated and the shallow-minded Negro who can see no further, than his nose. He tells us that we must be satisfied with our condition, that we must not think of building up a nation of our own, that we must not seek to organize ourselves racially, but that we must depend upon the good feeling that now confronts us. This is dangerous policy. This is a dangerous policy, and it is my duty to warn the 400 million Negroes of the world against those believe that all will be well without their taking upon themselves the task of bettering their condition politically, industrially, economically, and otherwise. Okay? So we got to be careful. Got to be careful who we listen to.
Yeah, it's breaking up pretty bad. My brother is for some reason his Wi-Fi connection is not that strong. So yeah, Erica Howard, yeah, he definitely keeps going in and out, and he just dropped. So I'm hoping that my brother, be able to rejoin the panel or whatever, man, because I really wanted to hear, what he was about to read, but unfortunately, it kept going in and out, so I couldn't hear it clearly. So hopefully my brother will rejoin. Brother Guy, we need you back, bro. Yeah. Yeah, brother Guy keeps going in and out, bro. You might need to get ready to end this real quick because it doesn't seem like this is gonna go through. We having technical difficulties for some reason. My brother Guy's trying to load back in, but it doesn't seem As if it's working. Okay. His screen share is loading up. But unfortunately, his camera is not. And his voice is not. But yeah, I'm going to end it. I'm going to end what I have to say on this, man. You know what I'm saying? I did my DNA. I'm majorly, Nigerian, and I have ties back to the African hunter-gatherer. You know what I'm saying? These were like prehistoric people that, lived a lifestyle that, oh man, you back, brother guy. Yeah, we having issues, bro. Unfortunately, brothers and sisters, man, brother guy keeps going in and out. Okay, brother guy, are you with us?
It's so fucked up, man.
Yeah, we're having issues. Yeah, man.
We're having some issues. My brother Craig on here. They said having trouble connecting. This is often caused unstable connection.
Yeah, bro. It might be best to end this for now until you can get into the living room.
You hear me? You still
Barely,
there?
bro. Yeah, I'm still here, bro. I could barely hear you, bro. But I can now. Hey, brother guy, you there, bro? Yeah, but like I was saying, when I, did my lineage.
If you can hear me, press 1 from the chat.
I hear you, but you're like freezing, bro.
I might have to do a part. Containers of 2 of this.
Yeah,
and I'm just have to blend it in.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna have to come back later.
Yeah. It's connecting and then it's like going bad. Yeah, we lost brother guy again, unfortunately. But you know what I'm saying? Peace to the panel or whatever, man. We're gonna definitely, be coming back with a part 2 of this discussion, because it's so informative. It's so informative, man. And I'm hoping my brother Guy Nollywood Jr. would at least be able to get back to where he can do an outro.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro, you breaking up, bro. Nah, man. Yo.
I might have to shut down.
Okay.
I might have to shut down and come back later.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to shut down and come back and finish this program. And we'll just because I was gonna just and finish up this program real quick. I can't have my boy. I can't have my boy speak. You know what I'm saying? This side of my room. I don't know what causing this. Can anybody hear? I don't know what's going on. All right, so okay, so you hear me? Okay, hear me? You might on this side, you might feel I'm breaking up. Greg, if you can hear me, put 1 in the chat.
Unfortunately, we're experiencing technical difficulties, man. So, peace and African power, man. To the brothers and sisters listening, man. Let's not us forget, where we come from. I'm gonna let my brother God Nollywood, try to load back in or whatever before I leave the studio. But yeah, we're definitely experiencing technical difficulties. I don't know if it's on my side, if y'all can hear me or not, but I have to go ahead because this is just not working for some reason. But peace and R.B.G for life, yo. Let my brother God Nollywood load back up.
Talk to him, Dr. Clark. He called for the unity and the redemption of the African world. Salute them, Honorable Mark. We are not ready to listen then. They might not have been ready then. There's wonder whether we are ready. Ain't no doubt about it. To listen. You ready, baby? Nah. Let's go. Yeah.
Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
Black fist to the sky, with the side to side.
It's the flag fly high. Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
R.B.G's on the rise, all eyes are recognized.
Flag fly high.
Hold it high, let it fly. Record colors forever, Bobby will never die. Overnighted and throne ready, let's take a ride. That's what big men don't choose a side. This is the path for the warriors. Some travel yet still vainglorious. Yeah. Black power represents us. You either voting with Africa or against us.
Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
Black fist to the sky, with the side to side.
It's the flag fly high. Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
R.B.G's on the rise, all eyes are recognized.
Flag fly high.
The red is for the blood. I got the best stock, the rest got stood. The black is for the gods, validated and elevated, holding the main charge. The green is for the cradle. Africa, everything first, the earth's navel. His excellency put it together as a symbol of liberation. That's how we get the letters R.B.G.
Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
Black fist to the sky, with the side to side.
It's the flag fly high. Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
R.B.G's on the rise, all eyes are recognized.
Flag fly high.
This fly high is 99. People on it in no time. I was drab on my design. We won't ready. Hard line. Ain't no game for that red flame. Triple stage of that black bang. Revolution in my veins. If we free, I won't change. And you can count on that like an abacus. Celebrate the victories and the challenges. It's deeper than social media statuses. This lifestyle, motivation building practices. Yeah.
Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
Black fist to the sky, with the side to side.
It's the flag fly high. Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high.
R.B.G's on the rise, all eyes are recognized.
Flag fly high.
Red, black, green. R.B.G, I'm about that red, 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 black, 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 red, 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 that R.B.G, baby. R.B.G, baby. Fly high, fly high, fly high. Shout out to all my R.B.Gs worldwide. Doing this thing garbage style. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Fly high, fly high. Come on.
All right, hold up. This is your R.B.G brother, God Hollywood Jr. coming to you with another exclusive. Well, not really another exclusive. It's mostly this is basically a continuation. I just want to sum everything up. I wish my brother Craig was on here, but shout out to him for my last show. I apologize to my internet. I was kind of messing up. The Wi-Fi in the other room was kind of messing up. So over where I'm at now, the Wi-Fi is really strong. So I want to apologize because the show was really informative, and I really want to let my people know, just to put out the information that needs to be put out. So shout out to Craig if he's watching, Brother Bakari, basically all my R.B.Gs out there, they're just repping that red, black, and green. Basically, I wanted to sum everything up. I talked about when I did my last show of the Angry Viking, I had a sister on there that I wanted her input on how these Neanderthal feel about our black militia. And I expect her, I was a little disappointed because she didn't really engage into the conversation. And my thing is like this: if I invite somebody on my panel, especially if they was well informed ahead of time, I expect them to engage a conversation until the program is over. But I think she was more interested of the Kamala Harris, because I had said something about Kamala Harris, her being mixed and all this other stuff. And so she got off the panel. She said whatever she said about it, and then she was like, "Oh well, I got to do something, blah blah." And then after my program was over, I realized that she was doing a show about the Kamala Harris, and then one of the topics was Kamala Harris, and basically trying to defend her. I think that's how I took it. And I just feel like you don't do stuff like that. If you feel that you want to have a later discussion of the situation, she could have came to me like a real woman and be like, "Hey, let's, come on my show. Or let's schedule a date where you can come on my show and let's talk about the Kamala Harris situation." That would have been a more adult thing to do. So I'm a little disappointed at that, because that wasn't really my main focus. Kamala Harris is not my main focus. It was my main focus is to get after these Neanderthals that try to attack our black militia. So basically, let me screen share some things. So let's talk about Kamala Harris real quick. Because I just want to get to the main point of my topic. So I'm gonna screen share this real quick. So since Kamala Harris is so important to some black people, I want to make sure that Kamala Harris is not black. She's a red woman. And as you can see, you see Kamala Harris, and you see the little dot on her forehead. There's no African in her. So when the sister said she embraced her African roots, show me a picture that she wearing African garments or any type of African clothing. So she's already letting you know where she fits in. But like I said before, it don't really matter what ethnicity, excuse me. It doesn't matter what ethnicity that she chose. She's still a sellout because she didn't marry nobody that represent her nationality. So there you go. That's her husband, full-blooded European. And then she turned around to talking about, well, we all got some white in us. Well, that's not R.B.G. R.B.G. We don't do stuff like that. We represent a pure race, just like everybody else represent a pure race. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about the European flag, when you talk about the American flag, they talk about um, when you talk about the American flag, you're really talking about uh, a pro-white race. So this is what she really feels inside of her. She thinks she's white. This is what she really feels. So her policies is not gonna when she helped Biden with his policies, we not even on the agenda. And I proved that. I proved that, that we wasn't on the agenda when I did the Angry Viking show. And she was there on my panel and she saw it. And then I noticed too, on when I was watching her live, at the bottom on the ticker, it says about her Cash App. She's asking people for money for what? Or are you asking people for money for your personal gain? Or is it going back to the people? Because a lot of the times people use this, Pan-Africanism is to try to make money off of black people. And after they make enough money, then all of a sudden they're going to hang the R.B.G. up. That's not that type of party. You know what I'm saying? Saying that's that's what you call a false flagger. You know what I'm saying? Because if you asking for money, what is the money for? You asking for a Cash App, you asking for donations. What is it for? See what I'm saying? So that's what I kind of noticed. I was like, oh, okay, you in it for the money. You're not really in it because you really love your people. You're not really because you really love this flag. You don't love this flag. So I don't give a damn about no Kamala Harris. She's a sellout, and she's not for us. So when we talk about when you talk about the United States flag, the colors came from the Great Britain flag, the red, white, and blue. Of course, they created a flag for themselves. They made some flag up to show their independence, to get away from imperialism over in their country. But instead, they had to kill the natives that was already over here and enslaved my people to build their nation up. You see what I'm saying? So that flag represent white power. That flag represent a conservative white race. And like I said, if you look at all the presidents, of look at Reagan's family, look at his wife and his children, look at Bush's, look at the Trumps. It's all white. There's no LGBTQ in their family. There is no interracial relation. They don't believe in that. They don't believe in that. So they use these war tactics, like they supposed to tell you should embrace the LGBTQ. They tell you should embrace interracial relationships. So that's how they break you. That's how they break you, because they don't want competition. So when we're talking about the wealth, and we talking about the wealth, this is how they also stay in power, right? because it's all about power. It's all about power. And everybody, you know, when you salute to that flag, you saluting to a white power agenda. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with the um, the wealth gap, when you're dealing with the wealth gap, you see that whites make more money than blacks. All right, from 89 to 16, but it's been going on way before 89. So we talk about wealth, generational wealth. We're not talking about somebody just getting rich overnight. We're talking about generational wealth. You know, something that wealth never really, wealth don't die. Wealth do not die. So when I say, when we talk about all these inventions that our people did, going back to the potato chip, and we go about this brother who created the potato chip, his family should be set for life. His family, from his great grandchildren, should never have to work again, because potato chips is global. Everybody eats potato chips. But where's his wealth? Where are all these inventions that our people did? Where's their wealth? So when I represent this flag, this is the colors that we took from our homeland, Africa. So if it works for white folks, how they made up their own flag to represent their independence, their economic wealth, their their political power, then we want the same thing for my people. I want the same thing for my people, and we can do the exact same thing. This flag represent independence. This flag represent, you know, gaining generational wealth, honoring our ancestors. Everything that white people believe in that garbage United States flag, we want the same thing. This flag represents the same thing. This is not something you pull out when it comes down to some police brutality, or this is not something that you, because some sort of injustice, you want to pull this out. No, this is a flag for African people in the United States. Basically, anybody who's away from their homeland, that's what Pan is. Pan means abroad. Anybody that's any African person that's abroad, this flag represents us, our connection to Africa. Not something that you just pull out and try to make money off of just for the time being. So I just want to just clear that up. I didn't want to make this a long video, but there's a lot of false flaggers out there that trying to misuse the flag for their own personal gain. Their own personal gain. You know, anytime they ain't saying nothing on that panel and asking for some cash app money and not telling you what's the money for, that should be questionable. Anytime when somebody just pulled this flag out because some cop just stopped them over some racial profiling, but they never pull it out for any other reason, they false flag it. This is not a flag for hate. This is not, you know, and I swear to God, I hate that. I hate when people see this, or you're being hateful and all this other nonsense. But the American flag is not hateful. The American flag was created during slavery, and you don't think that's hateful? You know what I'm saying? This flag was created because they came out with a song called "Everybody Has a Flag Except the Coon." They was talking about black people in the United States. So Marcus Garvey, a black man, came up with our flag that represent the colors of Africa. And this is what it means to be Pan-African. You know what I'm saying? So, and this flag is global. This is not something that is only just used over here. This is the reason why it's not good to listen to what they call, what Marcus Garvey said. He said something about the let me see what Marcus Garvey said about Negroes like that. Let me read something to you. I had it right here. I don't know why. Where is that? I know I have it. Oh, he talked about the shallow-minded Negro, and I know I read this on my last show. And I want to, hey, peace, KW7. Let me just hold on for a minute. Let me stop this. It says KW7 said Kamala Harris' family on her mother's side are Brahmin, which is part of the privileged elite. Oh, Hinduism. Oh, okay, and ancient caste anarchy of the. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? She's probably, and I think she's probably connected to Gandhi because everybody know Gandhi hated African people. So she's probably connected to that. So we already know about them East Indians, man. They the worst. A lot of them are connected. A lot of them are in the West Indies too. Yeah, they just, I don't even know why they want to even be around us. Like my thing is like, if you don't like us, why are you even being around us? Why are you even coming around us? That's why I don't understand. If you don't like us, stop coming around us. And I tell black folks, you know these people don't like you. You know these other races can't stand you. Why do you even want to live among them? How come you just can't do right and just take that same positive energy and just use it for your own people? Take that same positive energy. Show love to your own people. And that's how people change. Because people is like, well, damn, my own people show me love. I gotta let me show love back. But when you look down on your own people and then you want to side with a race of people that you know they don't like you. They can't stand your guts, but you want to live in their neighborhood. You want to be happy that you eating at their restaurant. And I can never understand that logic. But the meantime, their media don't even show you in a positive light. Their media don't even show you in a positive light. Now I know in India, they love Kamala Harris because she's Indian. Because if she was African, showing her so-called African roots, they wouldn't be embracing her. They wouldn't be embracing her. So yeah, she's well connected. She's well connected. I agree. So let me read you about what Marcus Garvey said about the shallow. This is my Bible right here. This is my Bible right here. This is not a Torah. This is not the Quran. This is not those fable books that Negroes be reading. This is because this flag is based on our agenda. This flag is based on our philosophy. This flag is based on science. This flag based on wealth, economic power, political power. Everything that the United States flag stands for, we stands for. This flag stands for our people. So when we talking about keeping our race pure, having a all black family, a black mother, a black father, a black child, that's what we're talking about. When I see a black family, I want to see a real black family. You know what I'm saying? When you see Trump's family, you see his kids, they're all white. And they stand up for the flag because the flag represent pro-whiteness. But no one talks about that. But let me read you what Marcus Garvey said about the shallow-minded Negroes. And this is the reason why we have to stop. We have to really, really be careful who we allow on our panels. We got to be very careful who we associate with, because because like I said, every skin folk is what they say. Every kinfolk is not skin folk. Or every skin. Oh, I'm sorry. Every skin folk is not kinfolk. I'm sorry. Every skin folk is not kinfolk. Every brother ain't a brother. Every sister ain't a sister. So we got to be careful who we associate with, unfortunately. So Marcus Garvey said this, and I know I said this, I'm going to repeat this again. He said, the illustrated of the shallow-minded Negro, and this is on page 64. I even highlighted. The illustrator of the shallow-minded Negro, who can see no further than his nose, can see no further than his nose, is now greater stumbling block in the way of the race. He tells us that we must be satisfied with the condition, that we must not think of building up a nation of our own, that we must not seek to organize ourselves racially, but that we must depend upon the good feelings of the other fellow for the solution of the problem that now confronts us. This is Garvey saying this. This is a dangerous policy, and it is my duty to warn the 400 million Negroes of the world against this kind of leadership, a leadership that will try to make Negroes believe that all will be well without their taking upon themselves the task of to better their condition of politically, industrially, educationally, and otherwise. This is Marcus Garvey said this. So we got to be very careful of these shallow-minded Negroes that come in our race telling us that we need to compromise, that we need to blend in, or we need to just submit to white power or to their agenda. You know what I'm saying? We need to not listen to them. And these are the stumbling blocks that Marcus Garvey was saying, that these people are in the way. You're gonna have a lot of these Negroes that's in the way. And some of us will rock this flag thinking that they're really down with you, but they're really agents. They're really agents. So we got to be very, very careful who we socialize with. Who we socialize with. Well, again, it comes down to generational wealth. And when you see these white billionaires that finance white politicians, they're going to finance their own people to do what? To write laws to protect their wealth. That's what they do. And they will pay them. This is the reason why a lot of politicians get rich. This is the reason why people like Biden get rich. This is the reason why people like Reagan got rich. All these politicians that have been in office, they all got rich because the billionaires gave them money on the side. Say, look, I need you to, as long as you put that in place, because I want to pass that. I want to, for the next 100 years, I want my wealth to be passed down. I don't want my future to die. We got to think about our future. When I'm talking about our grandchildren, our children, our grandchildren, and so forth. We got to think about our children. See, we only think about today. I'm thinking about 10 years from now. I'm thinking about 50 years from now. And I know I'm not going to live, 50 years. But I'm talking about hopefully my children, my grandchildren, so forth will live. And they could pass down my legacy and just keep the legacy going. It's all about legacy. And that including wealth, that including political power. So that's what I'm saying. When we rocket this flag gotta mean something. They gotta represent your agenda. You gotta represent power. Because going out there in the street talking about black power, that's not power. That's not power, that's emotions. We talking about generational wealth. And if we're going to talk about reparations, then we need to do something, band together, take these bastards to court, and sue these bastards and give back the rights that they stole from our ancestors for all their adventures that they took. Damn a check. We don't care about that. That's going to come soon. Because all those generations, all those descendants, or the kins that's related to these people that are people who created these inventions, they should never starve. They should never go hungry. They should never go hungry. They should never struggle. Like this guy, George Crump. Maybe put this picture back up again. Let me put my brother picture back up again. And like I say, this is just one of them. This is one of the inventors. But his family should never be in a struggling position. And if he, most likely they probably took his invention, they patented, took his invention, and everybody's making potato chip. Everybody's got a potato chip company. So again, all these potato chip companies should give his whole family a check. That's just real talk. That's just real talk. So we got to be careful all these false flagging R.B.Gs. And just like the sister I had on my show, I believe she's a false flagger. I don't think she's authentic. She's not authentic, not to me. I have nothing against her personally because I don't know her like that. But anytime when you run off my show just to do a show, we try to rebuttal what I said. I think that's messed up. I really think that's messed up. I think that's very cold-hearted. So I won't have her back on my show because she's phony. I would say this. So we gotta notice the false flaggers. We gotta peep them out. You gotta let them know they're false flagging. Because like I said, people rep this flag only because they have no other option in life. But even if I was wealthy, I'm still going to stand for this. This is who I am. This is my flag. This is my banner. We have our own national anthem. Even this flag got its own national anthem. And I don't hear black people saluting to this flag. I don't hear no black person who claimed they R.B.G. saluting to this flag, saying the national anthem for this flag. This is the reason why this flag is in my home. And we got to teach our kids about this flag. And not to stand up for that that the United States garbage flag that they got in the classrooms and stuff. Our kids don't, our kids is there to learn, not to worship no damn pro-white flag. They don't, kids should be obligated, kids don't have to stand up for that. That shouldn't even, you can't fool. Why would you fool? That's politics. You can't, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, I heard that she was a Hebrew. She was a Hebrew a couple of years ago. I think she's still trying to find. Yeah, that's what somebody was telling me. I think Brother Bakari was telling me that. She's going through transitions, and I can understand that. I can understand that. And I just wish that if she's trying to find herself, then then she could have just brought me on her show and we could have just had a conversation. But I think she was trying to be argumentative about the Kamala Harris situation. And I think that's wrong. That wasn't my main show. I just said my views about it. And then when she talked about her DNA, she was just like, yeah, I got 92% of African blood in me, but the rest is European. I'm like, why would you claim you're a rapist? Why would you even claim your enemy? I never heard a white nationalist, I don't care how racist they are, you will never hear no white nationalist extremists talking about, well, I did my DNA, I had 92 European in me and the rest is African. You won't never hear them say that. So if they don't have to say that, why are we saying it? How come I won't never say I got other crap in me? Whether that's true or not, I'm not going to claim that. I'm not claiming my rapist. I'm not claiming my oppressor. I don't that blood don't exist. I don't follow that slave law. See, the difference is those Africans, they got raped. The oppressor took advantage of them. Some of those girls at the age of 14, 15 years old, white men would rape them and they would get pregnant. Okay? That's different than somebody just hooking up with all these different races of people. You can't compare the two. You can't compare the two. Don't compare Kamala Harris to African people that was raped. That's wrong. And I understand that she's going through transitions. But if you really want to know if she really want to know the truth, then all she had to do is come, and say, look, what do you, hell, she could ask me questions and have me on your show. She could have me on the show, on her show, or she can come on my show and we can have a conversation. It's sad. It's really sad because it seemed like to me, but the funny thing about it, KW Don, when my sister that I voted for and I donated to, Cynthia McKinney, where was the black women? This was in the Green Party. This was in the Green Party when she was running for president. Where was the black women? Where were they? But you know what they did? They all voted for Barack Obama. And I'm not saying there was no black women that didn't vote for her, but it wasn't like large numbers. So they would have had a real black woman as president, or at least try to get a real sister in office, not somebody that can pass for black, but ain't claiming black. See, black people like to say, "Oh, you're black. You're black." I don't go by what black people say. I want to go what they say. They say they think they are. I'm not. I would never push that on them like that. I'm not gonna push that title, especially if they didn't ask for it. Okay. So Kamala, I know she's mixed, but all this bracing this biracial stuff it makes me nauseated. It really makes me sick to my stomach. And that's not normal that you rather prefer a biracial who ain't married to neither race that she claimed to be. Let me put up her picture again, because I'm trying to figure out how is this helping us. I want to know how this helping us. I just want to know how this helping us. What is this supposed to do for me? Is this supposed to be Is this supposed to be black love? So the sister was on my panel. I wonder what she thinks about this. Does she support this? You think that's black? That's not black. Black means it's more mental. I think being black, being African is more mental than anything. Anybody can have a dark complexion skin or melanated skin. You know, I'm talking about within the African ancestry, but the mindset got to be African. And this is not showing that she represents black folks. But why is black women supporting that? But this is white worship. This is what the United States flag represents. White worship. This is white worship. She don't even love her Indian side. Think about that. She didn't even marry an East Indian man. Because that's what the flag represents. The United States flag represents white worship. You're going to worship this flag. So she's married to a European, but Biden, he's a white man. He didn't marry no East Indian. But this is what they tell our people. This is okay. This is what you need to do. And if you don't support that, you're being hateful. Or your flag is hateful. No, this flag is love. This represents black love, African power. So to me, this is not. She's not going to do nothing for us. This is pointless. This is pointless. And I understand she's trying to find herself, but for a black woman saying this is okay, I don't understand. That's false. That to me, that's false flagging. You're a false flagger, and I won't accept that. I won't accept that. And we got to be strong enough to say this is unacceptable. So I'm trying to figure out, and I hope the sister's watching, where is the African roots that she claimed that she's supposed to be acknowledging. So this is not, she's not our people. So I don't know why black women are cheering on like this. I don't understand this. But when you had Cynthia McKinney was running for president, where was the 80% of black women? Where was all these black women rooting for the Green Party? See, a real sister who was a congresswoman, when she was running, where was all the black women in? But you want this person to be your vice president, a sellout who's not even an African woman? It's unacceptable. But this right here represent the black man, black woman, and child. We're gonna have, this is our agenda, and we have our agenda now. So when we see a family, we see an all black family. This is what this is what we represent. This is the reason why some flag might have the ankh in the middle. Some of them may have the black fist, but I like the ones with the ankh in the middle, because that's what we're about. So I just want to we got to be careful who we listen to. We gotta stay away from false flaggers and really understand what Pan-African, what this flag represents. The same way how white people worship and how they create their flag and push their agenda and their philosophy on the United States flag. This is what we're trying to do, the same thing. We want our own nation. We want to push out, we want to have our own generational wealth. Fuck getting rich. We want wealth. Wealth is forever. Just like Chris Rock said, it's like just imagine if you own the color blue. That means everybody who use paint, crayons, magic markers, or whatever, you get paid for the rest of your life. That's an automatically check coming to your way. Automatically. So we have to be focused. We have to be focused. And we got to stop listening to shallow-minded Negroes that want to say, oh, well, just be comfortable of your condition. You don't need this. You don't need that. Oh, your flag don't mean nothing. Yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. So, again, I didn't want to make this a long video. But I hope people get the point that I'm trying to make. Again, thank you, KW Dawn 7, for joining me. Appreciate you. And anybody else is watching, thank you. Thanks to Brother Craig who came on, because this was a continuation. Just want to sum everything up. Let's stay focused. Don't let these fake these false flaggers misrepresenting our Pan-African flag. Let's keep our family black, have African pride. If you can visit the motherland, visit. Or if you're not able to visit the country, at least study the culture and bring Africa towards you, come to you. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to gain some economic wealth. Let's gain this economic wealth. So we're gonna ask for reparations, which I'm for it. But let's start with suing these people that took the adventures for our ancestors. Let's try to take them to court. Let's sue the shit out of them and let them give back what they stole. The adventures that they stole, because it's on record. It's on record. Everything's on record. So they can't lie. They can't deny it. So we can start from doing that, because the check is coming. That's always gonna come. But we gotta get the generational wealth. We gotta get that. That's power. Wealth is power. And then on top of that, then you add on the politics to protect your wealth. Now that's power. Right now we have no power. We can talk about black power all we want, but that's just a facade. That's just a facade. Because I know a lot of black people was doing this, but when they start getting that money, they wasn't doing this no more. All of a sudden, they wasn't waving this no more. Just like when I was talked about Chief X, he went from R.B.G to RWB, which is red, white, and blue. He went from red, black, and green to red, white, and blue. Because anybody who's pushing ADOS, you have to represent the American flag. And that's according to Yvette Carnell, who was one of the founders of ADOS. And she's also biracial. Now that's another thing I don't understand. Why would you listen to somebody who's half Neanderthal? I never could understand that. Never could understand that. So I want to say thanks for watching. I'm going to combine the second half to this part of the video. Like I said, I didn't want to make this a long video. I didn't want to make this a long video, but I had to say my thoughts on this. But we gotta think smart. We gotta think smart. But when we talk about this flag holds a lot of weight. It's not something that we just carry around just to be carrying around, or something, or we just don't have no other option, or we just only doing it because we broke. No, this flag is our power to get what we want, and we want is generational wealth and political power, and so that create our independent nation. Keep our family pure, keep our race pure, keep our family pure. You know what I'm saying? Pure black race, pure black family. Just like the United States flag, they represent their pro-whiteness. And like I said, don't take my word for it. Just look at all the presidents, look at their families, all white. And then when they talk about bringing illegal aliens, they're not coming into those illegal aliens ain't coming into their neighborhood. They're gonna keep their neighborhood all white. All white. But they'll push that stuff on you. They'll push that LGBT on your neighborhood. They'll put the drugs and the guns in your neighborhood. Put these illegal aliens that don't look like you, put them in your neighborhood, and next thing you know it, you're gonna find yourself in some homosexual stuff. You're gonna find yourself in some interracial stuff. And the next you know it caused a lot of confusion. Cause a lot of confusion, and most likely it's going to cause a lot of deaths. So we got to think very smart. And it's okay to say, no, we don't want your shit. It's okay to say, no, no, you're not going to put your garbage on us. You want illegal aliens, these illegals, all these rights, then you can have them, but make sure you keep them over there at where you at. Don't bring them over here. It's okay to say, no, you're not going to do it. We got to fight back. It's time to fight back. So again, thank you once again. It's your R.B.G. brother, Guy in Hollywood, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.